are showing. Where's your camera yet, or is he still filming this? Did he do it? He is? It doesn't show up on mine yet. Is it? That's the problem. He's live. Oh, yeah, here it is. I'm not sharing it now. That's him. Oh.
Good evening and welcome. Good morning or afternoon, whatever it is in your side of the world. I want to say greetings and welcome to another episode or another edition of the TR News and Reviews. I am yours truly, TR Nayarix, representing for the TR News and Reviews. We bring you news from across the distance. We bring you updates and of events happening across the world. Welcome. It's another edition edition of the Tier News and Reviews. We will be right back with you with the news right after this break. Greetings and welcome back. I am your Shula TR Rex, and this is the TR News and Reviews. 24-year-old man held after reportedly raping student and going on the run. Police say they have now arrested a 24-year-old chef from St. Catherine who was eluding the authorities for some time after he was accused of luring a 17-year-old girl to his house and later raping the female. Police, after weeks of investigation, the man was apprehended during an operation in St. Catherine, Jamaica. Reports are that in the first week in May, the man invited the teenager to his house, telling her that he would help her with her schoolwork. Police said the reports they received are that while the premises of the man reportedly held down are that at while at the present premises of the man reportedly held down and forced the teenager into having sex with him. The matter was reported to the police and the man held during an operation in the community located off Mandela Highway. Police said court date is being finalized for the man. It is a sad story, you know. It is sad when a man can look at his student and find her sexy. That is actually natural. It is natural for a man to look at a grown young lady and find her sexy. But to take a student or a younger girl to his apartment and then rape is really bad. And I'm supposed to be mad right now, but I don't want to be mad when I'm going to my bed. So I'm trying to be happy and pretend like this is not such a sad news, you know? Anyway, we're moving into another news. This is another police investigation. Man charged after allegedly forcing mom to watch daughter being raped. We will be back with these stories right after the break. In other news, Amy Carnival has copyrighted her sheeps, and so TR News and Reviews is not allowed to use the sheep emoji in the streams. Here on after. Okay. In other news, the police have arrested a man who allegedly held up a mother and her daughters and forced the mother to watch while he raped one of the daughters. The alleged perpetrator. The alleged perpetrator has been identified as Gareth James of. Hold on. Gareth James of Aldear District, Bluefields, Westmoreland, who was arrested and charged within 2 days of the illegal act. The police said that the incident took place at Bluefields Beach Park in the parish. Reports are that on Saturday, April 18, the mother of her daughters were held up and the perpetrator forced one of the daughters to engage in sexual activities with him, while the other family members were required to watch the act. Sad news. James was arrested and charged with rape and grievous sexual assault on Monday, April 20. In other sexual crime matter, detectives from the St. Anne Center for the Investigation of Sexual Offenses and Child Abuse, CISOCA, arrested and charged a taxi operator who allegedly abducted a woman and forcibly engaged in sexual activities with her. Charge is 37-year-old Wesley Martin of Top Milford Road, Ocho Rios, St. Anne. He has been booked for rape, abduction, illegal possession of firearm, and robbery with aggravation. It is reported that on Friday, February 21, about 6:30 p.m., the now complainant boarded Martin's taxi from Spanish Town in St. Catherine to St. Anne. After the other passengers had exited the vehicle in Ocho Rios, Martin reportedly made a detour and then parked the vehicle near bushes and pulled a firearm, with which the now complainant was held up. He allegedly engaging in sexual activities with her and also reportedly robbed her of a cell phone. The matter was reported to the police and Martin was arrested on Tuesday, April 7. He was charged on Friday, April 17. The court dates for the two accused men are being finalized by the police. Following the developments, the police are appealing to anyone who may have been a victim of sexual offenses to report the matter to CISOCA or the nearest police station. So if you have been raped and your offender has gotten away, if the predator has gotten away, it is not too late to report the crime and let the raper be served justice according to his nasty, dirty deeds. I want to take the time out to welcome those that are in the chat right now. Thank you so much for coming in at this late hour of the night. We have Carter Club, Amy Conival and her sheeps. We have SF Rose. We have Leonard Duke. We have also who else was here? It's me, Rosa, is in the building. Thank you for coming. It's me, Rosa. And thank you for that thumbs up. Oh, Dr. Mia Witter is here as well. Thank you, Dr. Mia Witter, for coming in. Now, the question is, how does rape affect its victims? How does rape affect its victims? Because it's a serious crime. And the trauma that a woman or a man has to face after he or she is being raped is dangerous. Now we have 6 likes. I want to thank you for 6 likes. Amy, you did not allow your sheeps to hit the like button. Please tell your sheep to hit the like button. Thank you very much. All right. Rape is a traumatic experience that impacts the victims in a physical, psychological, and sociological way. Even from the effects and aftermath of rape, differentiate among victims. Individuals tend to suffer from similar issues found within these 3 categories. Long-term reactions may involve the development of coping mechanism that will either benefit the victim, such as social support, or inhibit their recovery. Seeking support and professional resources may assist the victim in numerous ways. And that is just the aftermath, according to Wikipedia. Now, what is the psychological impact of this situation? What are the psychological impact of this situation? Most rape survivors experience a stronger psychological impact in the initial period after their assault. However, many survivors may experience long-lasting psychological harm. All right, we're going to talk about the immediate effects of this dangerous crime. Survivors of rape may often have anxiety and fear directly following their attack. According to a study on the reactions after rape by the American Journal of Orthopsy, Orthopsy Chiatry. 96%, I'm always stumbling on anything that has to do with these type of words sometimes, when it comes on to these hours of the night. Um, let me move on. 96% of women said they were scared, shaking, or trembling a few hours after their attack. After, after even more time passed, the previous symptoms decreased while the levels of depression, exhaustion, and restlessness increased. Anxiety. After an attack, rape survivors experience heightened anxiety and fear. According to Dean G. Kilpatrick, a distinguished psychologist, survivors of rape have high levels of anxiety and phobia related anxiety. This includes and is not limited to following: feelings of dread, feeling nervous, feeling tense or uneasy, having panic attacks, having an irrational response to a certain stimuli, having avoidance or escape response. Post-traumatic disorder. I am happy Unstoppable Live is not here right now because he fought me. He fought me when I told him that people who are raped can have post-traumatic stress disorder. He told me that no, they can't have it. Only people who have physical attack, like a soldier at war, somebody whose arm was chopped off by a madman with a machete. He thinks that those are the things that can cause a post-traumatic stress disorder. But I was telling him that a woman or a child who was raped can have or can suffer post-traumatic disorder. PTSD. All right? I told him that. He didn't believe me, but I'm glad I'm reading it again from this article. Many survivors of a rape have post-traumatic stress disorder. The National Victim Center and Crime Victim Research and Treatment Center released a report that found 31% of women who were raped developed PTSD at some point in their lives following their attack. The same study estimated that 3.8 million American women would have rape-related PTSD, and 1.3 million women have rape-induced PTSD. Then there is the depression. A study found that women who were raped were more depressed than women who are not. The study measured that the level of depression using the Beck Depression Inventory test and concluded that 45% of the women assessed in the study were moderately or severely depressed. Anytime I meet another depressed woman, I am going to believe that she's raped. So I know I've met quite a few women that suffers depression. Now I realize there's a strong possibility that most women were touched or molested at some point in their lives. When it is not the members of the family, when it's not Carter Club says, oh my God, I just want to laugh for a minute. I know, there are several things that can cause depression. Lack of money can cause depression. When a woman don't have money for herself to spend, not me give it up. That's right, Dr. Mia Wita. No man not take it from you. Yeah, give it up. So, the man not have to worry. One of the funny thing, I can just picture Dr. Mia right now. A man look on her and say, what? Strong, Me like, Mia, me like how you look, me like how you look, me I come over yard. Me can imagine when him go over yard and things say rape him, I go rape Dr. Mia. Dr. Mia well dress up and put on her things and I say, come here, booby. When me are done with him, it look like a him get raped. He would be sorry. He would be sorry he approached this wonderful woman to attempt rape. When Mia is done with him, he would be the victim. Not giving it up so easy, no. She not give it up so easy neither. But she's enjoying her life. The whole point of it is Dr. Mia Witter is enjoying every bit of her life. She's not allowing anything to go to waste. You know, I want to thank you, the 9 people, for smacking the like button, and I want to thank those who share the stream out. I'm just trying to get this channel up, some hours up to get monetized. It's funny. It's funny. You know that my other channel, the TR show, had gotten monetized so fast because I was doing grow streams and people used to flood the TR stream. Ask Twana, what is going on, TR? I am talking about does rape, how does the act of rape, sorry, excuse me. How does the act of rape affect or impact the 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 victim, you know? So that's what I'm talking about. All right, we're going to move down. Where was I? I was at depression, right? I think I was at depression. Now we're going to move down to self-blame, and this is the part that most girls get themselves involved into, and it destroys them. And this is the part that is critical for the ladies. Further information, we're talking about self-blame is among the most common of both short and long-term effects that functions as an avoidance coping skill that inhibits the healing process and can often be remedied by a cognitive therapy technique known as cognitive restructuring. There are two main types of self blame: behavioral self blame and undeserved blame based on actions. The, uh, the self blame, hold on. Undeserved blame based on character. Survivors who experience behavioral self blame feel that they should have done something differently and therefore feel at fault. Survivors who experience self blame feel like, sorry, I'm missing out something. I'm missing out a word. I think I'm missing out a word. Hold on. Let me make sure that I'm not missing out any of the word. I am the way. Hold on. Did I miss something? Hold on. Let me make sure that I'm not missing out anything down there. I am the way I am because of what happened to me. I don't trust many people and I have a hard time in relationship. It's not easy. See? So you're talking what is going on. And so for some reason, guys, if you ever know the amount of women rather, that have been raped, you would realize that most women, a lot of women has been raped or molested or fondled or something. It is not easy in the woman's world. I am a man and I can easily tell that it is not easy in the woman's world because the woman is always subject to somebody preying on her. As soon as she start growing, as soon as her nipples rises off her chest and it begins to sprout, the man eyes start to dangle and dingle and looking in circles and be like, oh. And as soon as her ass start to take in shape and getting round, and she begin to mature. As a matter of fact, some men are so cruel that they would not even wait. Some men are so cruel and deadly that they would not even wait until a child has developed. When a man goes in for the kill for a 18-year-old, he's wicked and cruel. Any act of rape, it doesn't matter who the act is performed on, any act of rape is disgusting. And the person should be put away for a very long time, if not forever. But it is sad when a child or a human being has not yet developed and someone found it possible in their hearts to look at a child or an undeveloped entity or human being as a place to go dump his worthless ass. Excuse me, I forgot that this is a professional news. Hold on. We will return right after this break. And we return. This is the TR News and Reviews. I just been told that Amy Conival and her sheeps have been now monetized and copyrighted, and I cannot use the sheeps as I want anymore, but I have to ask permission. So, Amy Conival, can I have your permission to use your sheeps? All right, there you go. Sheeps are in, and so we are ready to rock and roll again. All right, so here we go. Back to where was I? Where was what? We were at self blame is among the most common of both short and long-term effects and functions as an avoidance coping skill that inhibits the healing process and can often be remedied by the cognitive therapy technique known as cognitive res- restructuring. There are two main types of self blame: behavioral self blame, undeserved blame based on actions. The characterological self blame, undeserved blame based on character. Survivors who experience behavioral self blame feel that they should have done something differently, that therefore feel at fault. Survivors who experience characterological self blame feel there is something inherently wrong with them, which has caused them to deserve to be assaulted. Why am I stuttering? A leading researcher of the psychological causes and effects of shame, June Tanjni, lists 5 ways shame can be destructive: lack of motivation to seek care, lack of empathy, isolation, anger, and aggression. Tanjni notes that link of shame and anger in day-to-day life. When people are shamed and angry, they tend to be motivated to get back at the person and get revenge. In addition, shame is connected to psychological problems such as eating disorders, substance abuse, anxiety, depression, and other mental disorders, as well as problematic moral behavior. In one study over several years, shame prone children were also prone to substance abuse, earlier sexual activity, less safe sexual activity, the involvement with the criminal justice system. Behavioral self blame is associated with feelings of guilt within the survivor. While the belief that one had control during the assault, past control is associated with greater psychological distress. The belief that one has more control during recovery process, present control is associated with less distress, less withdrawal, and more cognitive reprocessing. This need for control stems from the just world belief, which implies that people get when they deserve, and the world has a certain order of things that individuals are able to control. This control reassures them that this event will not happen again. This reading is driving me nuts. Anyway, this is TR Nayarex, and we will return right after these messages. right, we're back. This is TR News and Reviews, and I am yours truly, TR Neorex, representing for the TR News and Reviews. Where was I? All right, I'm going to start. I'm not sure where I left off, but I'm going to start right here. I think I found it. Yes. Counseling responses are found helpful in reducing self-blame and supportive responsive psycho. Hold on. Oh my goodness, I find a new word. I cannot pronounce this word. Help. Somebody please help me. I crashed into a word and I don't know how to pronounce it. Oh, I can. Psychoeducational responses. Hold on. Psychoeducational responses learning about rape trauma syndrome. And those responses addressing the issue of blame. A helpful type of therapy for self-blame is cognitive restructuring or cognitive behavioral therapy. Cognitive reprocessing is the process of taking the facts and forming a logical conclusion from them that is less influenced by shame or guilt. Most rape happen to them. Most rape survivors cannot be reassured enough that what happened to them is not their fault. This helps them to fight through shame and feel safe, secure, and grieve in a healthy way. In most cases, a length of time and often therapy is necessary to allow the survivor and people close to the survivor to process and heal. So most patients or most victims or most praise suffer from accepting that this was not their fault. They think it was their fault to have been at his house. They think it's their fault to have traveled alone on the lonely street. They think it's their fault to have been dressed up really sexy. They think it's their fault to have had breast. They think there is their fault to have had a vaginal passage that was attractive to the raper. But I want you all to know, if there is anybody in here that has ever felt the guilt of, the fear that this has been their fault to have looked a particular way to be raped, I want to let you know right now, it is not your fault. It doesn't matter how you look. It is not your fault. That's what I'm going to say. Even if you walk on the street naked and you're very sexy, it is not your fault if someone grab you and rape you on the street because you're naked. It's not your fault. What I will say, any woman should be able to walk on the street as naked as the day they were born without being raped. A woman has the right to walk, drive, look the way she wants to look at any given time of the... I was about to curse again. I forget this is a professional news station. A woman is supposed to walk in her... What you call the things that you wear, SF Rose, like that you wear right now?
Legging?
A woman is supposed to walk in her legging, and even when her something is a little bit fat, like excuse me, I forgot again that this is a professional news station. Even when you have a curve around the rear section, and when the front area has a plump, it doesn't mean she is susceptible to the onlookers that you should want to drag her down a path and take advantage of her property. No, it is not right. Hold on. You better keep TR under the table until get my uniform. All right.
So I messaged her back and said that we need to kick her too. We were naked in her chat.
Hold on. This calls for a break. I am TR Rex representing for the TR News and Reviews. We will be back right after this break. All right, we're back. This is TR News and Reviews, and I am yours truly, TR Diary X. Psychological impact of men. In a study about the impacts of male rape, distinguished scholars Jane Walker, John Archer, and Michelle Davis found that after their attack, male survivors had long-term depression, anxiety, anger, confusion, and their masculinity confusion about their sexuality and grief. 97% of men reported being depressed after their attack, as well as approximately 93% of men report feeling of anxiety along with depression, and most commonly reported reaction is anger. 95% of male survivors reported having fantasies of revenge or retaliation. Now I want to stop there for a minute because I was brought into a position twice in my life growing up as a teenager. And I was saying to myself recently, I think I was telling SF Rose this story recently, that some men would have been so happy to be in positions that I've been before. Twice I was attacked by three sets of sisters. Well, two sets of three sisters, that's right. Two sets of three sisters. First, I had a crush on a girl when I was in grade 10. When I was in fifth form, I had a crush. No, fourth form, I had a crush on a girl. And I went to her home to see if I can break my virginity. You know, I just wanted to have a feel of how the passage felt. And so I went to visit the girl at her home. Anyway, she had two younger sisters. When I got there, I realized one of the girls was doing this. And I'm like, but I didn't know what it meant. She was doing some sign language and I didn't know what that meant. Apparently, it meant that I was cute. Yes, I didn't have facial hair and and pimples and bumps, and my face was all smooth and looked like Jesus Christ. Excuse me. Well, not like Jesus Christ, but that picture that they have that they say is Jesus Christ, because we all know that that is not Jesus. But they say it's Jesus, so let's just say the picture that they have suggesting that that is Jesus. That's how I looked growing up. I was very clean, defined, and wonderful. So when I went to these girls' house to look for one girl, the two younger sisters, Amy Carnival, what is going on with you and Baltimore? Let me just get two of my sheeps in before. We will be back right after this break. Okay, we're back. The break is over, and this is TR News and Reviews. Why am I taking the news for a joke tonight? This is a serious matter, This is a serious matter, guys. To be honest, this is a serious matter. But why another break? Do you have to pee or guys? For those of you who don't know, the break is to molest Amy Cordival. So Amy Cordival and SF Rose, they have been a team. I won't tell you what is going on between both of them. So let me just go on with the news. Well, this is not the news. The news has been over, but I continue to read from the copyright infringement. Okay, I'll leave your sheep alone. Amy Cordival, I will leave your sheep. Back to the story. Back to the story. So what happened is that when I went to the girls thought I was cute. Roots Truth is in the building. Thank you for coming through. The girls thought I was cute. So this is what they did. I went into the room to talk to the girl that I went to see, which is the older sister of the three. Now I started hugging on her, and she pushed me down on the bed. You know when a woman is aggressive and they want to take control. So she pushed me down on the bed. She got on top of me, and when she got on top of me, the two other sisters came in the room, and all three of them was on top of me. I'm like, holy cow! I started fight. I'm like, oh my god, leave me alone. Well, I wasn't so girly. I was rough, but I was like saying, no, 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 no. No, I'm not doing this. I am not doing this. I am not doing it. Leave me alone. I'm not doing it. So I had to fight my way from those three sisters. Now, not many male figure would have, you know, be annoyed with the situation. Some male would have been happy. Three sisters on you? Oh, this is glory. This is heaven for some men. To have three sisters wanting to have sex with you at the same time. But for all I cared at the time, I didn't want to have sex with three sisters, one. Two, I was starting to think of if three of them decide to hold me down in the room, my face might be into areas where I didn't want my face to be. Can you imagine they hold me down and tie me down, and while one is riding my section down there, two might be riding my upper body, and that would be a curse. So, I was afraid, so it didn't happen. I had to fight my way. I had to fight my way out of that house, and I leave, and that was it. The girlfriend was not my girlfriend anymore. I did not go back to that house, and that was it. So I narrowly escaped. I narrowly escaped rape. Now, when I was now a mature man, I was now about 20, no, 19 or 20 thereabout. 19. I think I was 19 this time. I was already out of high school. Now I went to church one Sunday, and after the church service, I went home with a bunch of sisters because my friend, we lived together in a house. My friend was dating the eldest sister, and so we went to the house so he can talk to the sister. Now, while he was talking to the eldest sister, or the eldest one, the eldest sister had three younger sisters. And guess what happened? While I was downstairs watching TV, my big brother was upstairs with the other girls. The other three little ones decided to hold me down again. Now, when I say little sisters, I don't mean they're like 12 and 13. I mean like they're like 18, 21, and like 17. And all three of them decided to hold me down. And I started crying for grandma. I started crying for help. Help! Help! Grandma! Grandma! And they locked the door, and they start to cover my mouth, and they start to, they sit on me. The eldest one, or the biggest one that had more weight, sat on me, and I was supposed to enjoy that because it was in a sexual position. But unfortunately, I was not enjoying this at all. I was not enjoying it. So the grandmother eventually heard me crying and came to my rescue. And so I didn't experience rape. But from what I'm seeing here is that men who suffer the act of rape, the impact on their lives is normally more severe for some reason. We have less men experiencing the act of rape, but the men that got raped, the impact is more severe. Now, where did I stop? All right, I'll just start wherever. Male survivors reported buying weapons to kill their assailants. Male survivors reported buying weapons to kill their assailants. Men also report experience long-term crisis um, with their sexual orientation and their masculinity. The male victims of rape powerless because they believe they lost their pride and dignity. Many men reported grieving the loss of self respect and self worth. 90% of male survivors lost respect for themselves because of their assault. Suicide. Survivors of rape are more likely to attempt or commit suicide. The association remains even after controlling for sex, age, education, symptoms of post-traumatic stress disorder, and the presence of psychiatric disorders. The experience of being raped can lead to suicidal behavior as early as adolescence. In Ethiopia, 6% of raped schoolgirls reported having attempted suicide. They also feel embarrassed to talk about what had happened to them. A study, adolescents in Brazil found prior sexual abuse to be a leading factor predicting several health risk behaviors, including suicidal thoughts and attempts. So we realize that girls who have been molested or raped attempt most time to destroy themselves by suicide, and the rest of them, they are afraid to talk about it. So there are several ladies right now that have been raped that have not said a word about it even till today. It is really sad. Well, guys, you can talk about it now. We are going to find a way to talk about it because guess what? Look at me. TR loves a girl that has been raped. And I'm not talking about, don't, please, hey, I'm not talking about SF Rose here. Don't get any opinions. I'm not talking about SF Rose here. She has not been raped. Okay? All right. So now that that is out of your brains and out of your head, I am simply saying that I love you just the same if I knew you were raped. So don't be afraid. You can talk to TR about it. Call me and talk to me about it. And I can get some referral of who you can deal with. I can also give you some very good advice of how to deal with it. I know it's not easy. I know it is easier said than done. I know it is a dangerous act, and most people don't live to tell the tale because they commit suicide. And some people is so ashamed to talk about it. Tia, clarify for the people on the short bus, please. Clarify, clarify for the people on the short bus. Oh, what did I miss? What did I miss? Killer Whale Channel. Two big girls held me down when we were all when we were all 13. I didn't see that. Yes, we can understand and we appreciate you and Queen. All right. Afraid and ashamed to talk about it. Thank you, Janky ass bottis. Hold on, let me just get this in there before Amy fight me off, you know. All right, so what was I saying again? Yeah, I missed it. I definitely missed it. What did I miss? I'm trying to figure out what is going on in the chat, so I'm just. All right, I will take a next break again. We'll be back right after these messages. All right, guys, this live stream is for 1 hour long, and this is precisely 1 hour long live stream. So we have just about 12 minutes remaining in this live stream. Let me just take some time. I will rest. I will rest my case right there. I will not be reading anymore from the article. So let me just jump in the chat and just thank you all for coming. I want to say it is a pleasure to have you all coming. We have It's Me Rosa in the building. Thank you so much for coming in. It's Me Rosa. Hold on. Okay. Proud to be a royal team. All right. Yes, you need to rest. Go to bed and rest. Yes, I will be. Unfortunately, I have insomnia. Is that the correct word? Insomnia? Isomnia? Is that it? Eh? Insomnia. Lord, 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 I want to laugh. So, even if I go to bed right now, I am not going to sleep. Even if I go to bed right now, I will not sleep until 6:30 in the morning. So, you know, Amy, go to your bed. You're supposed to be sleeping. What are you doing up? You were tired not too long ago. What you up in the chat laughing about? You're supposed to be sleeping. You know what? I know exactly how to haunt you. I'm going to keep you at bay. Amy Carnival, I'm going to keep you at bay. Don't worry. I know how to. I know what you mean. I have it as well. You know, that's right, asked one. When I found out YouTube for me was like a rescue. Some people ask me, TR, when do you sleep? Some people think that I am just a grinder and just want to grind. It's not because I just really want to grind. It's not that. YouTube was like a rescue platform for the TR show. Good morning, Expedition Greg. Thank you for coming. The YouTube was like a rescue for me. Before YouTube, I'm going to tell you what I used to do. I used to watch forensic files until the morning. So I would jump into the bed. So first I would be out playing guitar, like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock. I'll be doing my little studio sessions, playing some guitar, doing some studio work, and so forth and so on. And guess what? Guess what would happen? As soon as it gets to about, let's say 11, 12 o'clock, I would turn the lights out here because I don't want to be making noise, with my neighbors. What did I miss? Hold on, guys. We are at the next break. Hold on. Okay, and that was a sheep break. We are back. This is TR News and Reviews. We are back from the sheep break. Ay, oh my God. I keep forgetting that this is a professional news station and I'm not supposed to be laughing. This is not the TR show. I supposed to carry on when I'm on the TR show and talk about Lord, Lord, Lord and those things. When I'm doing the TR news and reviews, I supposed to be all professional. If you take a potty break, you have more time. This is very unprofessional. Amy, leave me alone. Leave me- Amy, just leave me alone, okay? Just leave me alone, okay? Leave me the hell alone. All right. We are back. This is TR News and Reviews. And I am yours truly, TR Rex, representing for TR News and Reviews. So, what I would normally do, I would go to bed at about, let me see, at about 12 o'clock. And then I would be under the sheet or on top of the sheet. And I'd be watching forensic files until 5:30 in the morning. Sometimes I fall asleep 5:45 with the TV on. Sometimes I fall asleep 6 o'clock with the TV on, or depending on the episode. You know what I used to watch a lot too? I used to watch this this series. I think it's the only series that I watch. No, I've watched only two series in my entire life, from start to finish. From season 1, episode 1, to season 6, episode 18. I've watched every bit of it. I've watched every episode of Forensic Files. I am very much into, these things. So I watch every episode of Forensic Files. I also watch every episode of Dexter. Every episode of Dexter. And these are the only two episodes I've watched in my entire life. I watch it from beginning to end. In fact, I watched I watched what's it again? I watched Dexter 3 times already. All episode. I watched all episode of Dexter. Now, there is something that I find interesting about Dexter is because when I see Dexter, is like Dexter is a mirror of myself, except I was not a serial killer. I was not a serial killer, so that's, oh gosh, my side is, I was never a serial killer, and I am not planning to become a serial killer. But I just like how Dexter operated. It just enthuse me. My brains is just like, I'm glad you're not a serial killer, Amy Carnival. Yes, you should be glad because I would take out your sheep already. I would take all of them out of my chat. SF Rose is hungry. Anyway, guys, we are approaching the end of the stream. We have about 5 minutes. According to the time on here, we have 5 minutes remaining to the end of the stream. So we will take the last break and we will return right after these messages. All right, we're back. Welcome back to the TR News and Reviews. I am yours truly, TR Nerex, and this is the TR News and Reviews. Tonight we're talking about how does the act of rape impact the victim? You know, there are several ways that the act of rape, impact the system. Now, believe it or not, there was another article that I wanted to show you all, or I wanted to bring to your attention, is the fact that the record of rape. Hold on, let me get this properly. Let me see where I have it. Oh gosh, I missed it, and my eyes are getting dim at the moment, so I won't bother to read anything else. But I think between 90, I think between I think between 2016 and I think in 2016, the rape statistics in the United States was 1.4. That's right, I think I remember. In 2016, the rape statistics was 1.4, and in 2017 and 2018, it doubled to 2.7 rape cases in the United States alone. Over 1.3, is that it? One, all right. I am forgetting the static. That had better been that sleep farting and not TR. No, did
I was writing the same thing. Oh my
did
God.
somebody hear some? What am I missing? What am I missing?
I put the emoji with the sheep fart.
What is going on here? Hold on. What am I missing? For farting shit. Ay! Amy, I'm gonna get you. I am going to get you, Amy. Hold on. Where does Amy live again? Maryland?
Ohio.
Ohio? I'm coming to Ohio soon. Amy, I am coming to Ohio and I'm going to get you. I am glad you don't have a husband because when I finish with your rump in hold on. Does anybody know it as rump anywhere? In Jamaica, they call you know rump?
Ass.
Well, you know, yes. In Jamaica, they call your rump ass or they call your ass rump.
What they call beef here, rump roast. The ass of the beef of the cow.
The ass of the
Rump.
beef. The ass of the beef is also called rump. It's the sheep farting to the TR show. I tell you.
He rose up.
All right. We have arrived at the end of tonight's, or this morning's rather, this morning broadcast. It is now 9:59 minutes and 58 seconds. I will not go over the 1 hour. So guys, we have come to the end of tonight streaming. And I want to thank all of you who came out to support this guys, we are going to make sure that we come up to be an advocate against rape, and all the victims. Hold on. Oh my God, I just crashed my chat. Hold on. Okay, so before it gets to 60 minutes and 1 second, I want to thank you all for coming out. God bless you all. It's me, Rosa, Amy Carnival, Dr. Mia with the Ask Twana Carter Club, and everybody who came, Killer Whale and everybody who came. God bless you until we meet again before it gets to 1 minute after the hour. God bless you. 1 hour in the dot. I am yours truly, TR Nayarex, representing for the TR News.